I have never in my life been compatible with the education system. It just isn't suited for me. It's just not fulfilling and fun for me to be in. But then, of course, it is a great source of discipline, so that's why I choose to stay there, unlike my classmates, who constantly say that they are sick so that they don't have to come to school. But I use it as a source of discipline, to do my homework, to even listen to my teachers, even though I don't even care about what they are, talking about on the lessons. I also use it to improve my willpower, so that I don't, shout that, oh, this is boring, in front of the teacher. And to also not grab my mobile phone when the break finally arrives. Instead, I'm just mindful, thinking about my future, my goals, etc. I'm like an old person who's sitting at the bench in a park. And bro, I'm not joking when I say this, but literally the only time that I read the notes is before we have an exam or before the teacher is going to induce us one-on-one to, basically make sure that we actually studied and so that she would give us a grade. Those are literally the only times that I actually study for school. And now granted, I don't have bad teachers right now in my middle school. But back when I was in primary school, especially when I was a second to fourth grader, bro, I had the worst time of my entire life. I won't go that much deep in it, but the head teacher that I had at that time was not the best one. She constantly yelled at me, she constantly picked on me just to take away my energy, and I just didn't enjoy school at all while she was around, and neither do right now. Even now that I actually have professional teachers, which I really like, which are actually good people in person, like you could genuinely ask them the most primitive dumbass questions that you can think about and they will happily answer them for you, because they like to teach you. But still, even after having all of this positive energy, I still don't feel like school is compatible with me. Like sure, maybe if I discovered my life's purpose and aligned it with the education system, then maybe, just maybe, there would be a chance. But no. I always knew that this path wasn't for me. So in summer of 2023, when I got motivated to come back on self-improvement and build something to retire my parents, to achieve the godly 10 out of 10 physique, to fix my mental health, and to build powerful relationships with high-value people, I finally started to work on myself. I started to wake up at 5 a.m., to exercise, to meditate, to gratitude journal, to hug a tree in our backyard, because that is a healthy habit that I used to do back when I was like 6 years old, that I stopped doing because I thought it would be cringe. But no, it gives me power to keep going. And in a weird way, it actually gives me more positive thoughts in my head. Because my grandma, before she passed away, used to say that if you hug a tree, the tree gives you his energy. And I do believe that that is true. I also started to go to the gym more often. Like for example, my dad hired a personal trainer for me. And between January and June, he helped me to perfect my exercising skills. And because of him, my muscles are literally 2 times bigger than they used to be back in December. I also started new projects like this YouTube channel, for example, and I wouldn't be able to do that if I was just glued to the education system, like 99% of people who don't even try in life. Like those people who have shitty mental health, who literally cannot help but just scroll on social media for 10 hours straight, play video games just to compensate for the lack of fun, fulfillment, and purpose. Every single day, they just say that, oh, it's just 1 hour at the end of the day, that's nothing. And yet if we put a camera inside of their room, we would see that they are not relaxing at all. Because their brain would be hyper-focused, and they would be, screaming at the top of their lungs because the enemy team has just killed them again. Yeah. Totally relaxing, yeah. And then they would go to the toilet and have a jackathon. It's just pathetic. And this was me 2 years ago. Do you think that me 2 years ago would be able to start something like this? I don't feel like making these videos. Even now, after almost an entire year of improving my discipline, my willpower, my productivity, I still really struggle with making these videos. And yet I still discipline myself enough to still do them. Like sure, sometimes I am motivated. Don't get me wrong, I love making these videos and I love helping you, little bro. But of course, no one is perfect. No one will constantly be motivated to do something productive all the time. And that's okay. But the point that I'm trying to make is that I'm way more fulfilled than if I was on the path of the education system. On the formal path. Like sure, I still go to middle school and most likely I will have to go to high school at some point after I turn 19. But if we're gonna be honest, by that point I will already be successful, so I don't have to worry about that. You see, there are two paths in life. The path of sticking with the shepherd and the path of fighting the wolf for freedom and becoming the shepherd yourself. Let me explain what I just said. Like 3 months ago, I think it was, me and my entire family, so my mother, my father and my brother, we were driving in our car because we just got done eating at this really nice restaurant that we really like to go into. And as we were slowly driving home, taking our time to just think about life and to just have a chat, my mom said something really interesting. Recently while I was watching Instagram, I saw this really great analogy. When you think about it, when you're on this path of, going to university, getting a degree, going to a job, then retirement, she didn't exactly phrase it like this. I'm just, I don't exactly remember how she said it, so I'm just sprinkling a little bit of my own personality, if that's okay with you. That's basically like sticking with the shepherd, like we are his sheep. Like the country leaders, they're our shepherds and we are their sheep. And yeah, sure, they give us their security and everything, but we don't know when they are gonna kill us to eat us for food. Because what are we going to do? Like leave the barn? Then we will get attacked by wolves. And I really thought about it. And this was truly the one decision that will decide your entire life. When you think about it, when you truly trust the, parliament, when you truly trust the head of the state to take care of you in the future, then you're sticking with the shepherd. And yes, you do have the security, this illusion of him taking care of you until you die, but you have the insecurity of when he's gonna get rid of you. And this exactly applies to your job also. Like sure, you can rely on your boss that he will keep you until you retire. But there is also a high % chance that he will get rid of you anytime that he wants. Think about it. If you choose to actually work a job, even if you work in it for 30 years straight, even if you will have almost 30 years of experience, there will also come the new generation which will be happy to take your position. So there will be always this risk of, your boss firing you just to hire these new people. You just never know when they're gonna, get rid of you. Because when you think about it, if you work a job right now, then they are metaphorically killing you right now as we speak, taking away your life energy of yours and your productivity. They have already pulled the trigger on the gun and now they are feasting on you because you bring them cash, you bring them the energy, the human force that they need to keep their company going. Or the government institution, I don't care. Basically, you get what I'm saying. And this applies to the head of state also. Like sure, you have the security of living in their country, like being safe and everything. But you never know when the head of your state will declare a war on another country. And then you'll be fucked. Because then other people will come to kill you for food. They will come for your meat, because you're the sheep in the example. Now, of course, they might not be cannibals, but they will take your money, they will take your woman. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, the pros of sticking with the shepherds is that you have the security that he will take care of you, as long as he doesn't go insane and doesn't activate the con of, like firing you or declaring war on another country to put you in danger. This right here is the path that the 99% of people have chosen. The weak 99% of people that are constantly stuck to instant gratification activities. And no, this is not me trying to, look down upon on our families and to make fun of them. because they are part of these 99% of people too. Like, why do you think at the family gatherings they constantly complain about the politics and stuff like that? It's because they are completely living with the shepherd. They are completely dependent on them. And why do you think they constantly complain about their bosses also? Well, we already talked about it, because they are completely dependent on them. Like, sure, they have the security, this quote illusion of being safe, but in reality, their life is constantly in jeopardy. And you know what they say? Being dependent on someone makes you a slave. You may not be an official slave, but they will treat you as one. And then the people get depressed because they are not living their life to the fullest. Then they, find gratification in the instant gratification activities, in the bad habits that we are trying to quit on self-improvement. And then you see, there's the path of the 1% of people that people like me and you want to take. And that is the path of leaving the barn and going to fight the wolves, and then becoming the shepherds ourselves. You see, what this symbolizes is that the wolf is the trials and tribulations that we face on self-improvement, the trials of cold approaching the woman, of starting a conversation with the high-value man, of building financial, location and time freedom, the powerful, fulfilling business that you want to achieve, improving your mental health and your physical health also. The trials and tribulations won't be easy, and there will come times where you'll want to quit, where you'll literally be lying in bed, literally crying because of how much pressure these trials and tribulations are putting on you. It will not be pretty, but if you just resist for 1 year, or probably even less than that, for 6 months, then everything will come to you. If you just continue to wake up at 5 a.m., if you just continue to build that business, if you just continue to improve your mental health with the good habits, like meditation, journaling, gratitude journaling, adventuring, if you continue to exercise every single day, if you continue to cold approach women, and if you constantly give out value to the outside world, then let me tell you, everything, the delayed gratification will come to you. The most quality men will want to become friends with you. The most quality woman will want to fuck you on the spot when you cold approach them, because your cold approaching skill will be at the max and your social intelligence will be on a completely different level. You will have financial, location and time freedom because you have a fulfilling, purposeful business that you are constantly motivated to work on. Your physique will explode in gains, and your mental health, your focus, your productivity, your discipline, your willpower will become so good that you won't have to rely on instant gratification activities to have any gratification from real life, because you will get the gratification from the delayed gratification, because you made the progress, because you actually fought the wolf and you won. And now you get to become your own shepherd. You get to build your own community of people which rely on you. You will become a great leader, a great friend, a great husband to be around. And best of all, you will become a great businessman also, because the people who will be in your tribe, in your clan, will happily work hard for you. And then you can give them the security that they will work for you for the rest of their lives, because you will pay them greatly and you will take great care of them. And let me tell you, bro, if you're watching this video 14 minutes in, then I know which path is better for you. The path of fighting the wolf. And so if you want to fight the wolf with me and with other people who are on the same path as us, who are working tirelessly on themselves every single day, if you want to improve alongside me and them, then join our clan in the description and become a part of the family. I know that you'll find your place in there, and trust me, beating the wolf will be way easier when we will fight him together. We will be there for you in your most bad times, in your most down, bad, horrendous situations. We will lift you up. We will help you overcome the trials and tribulations in no time, because we will be there alongside you. And you know what they say, you're the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So let me become one of those 5 people, and you will become successful. Or you don't have to join the Discord, it's okay, just continue watching these videos and that will be enough probably. Because even with these videos, just by watching these videos, 15 minutes in, you have a better attention span than these 99% of people. You can leave them in the dust in no time. And a year from now, you will never hear the, oh, just enjoy your teens and your 20s, it's fine. You will never hear the, oh, you're exercising, that's pretty cool. But in 20 years you will still look like me, and you have an uncle that looks like a ball. You will never hear that shit ever again, because you will have financial, location and time freedom, meaning that you will have the opportunity to travel to whenever you want, wherever you want. And you will have better friends to talk to, except for degenerate Dan down the street. So bro, let me tell you, which is your choice? Which one do you pick? Because both of them have their own pros and cons. Not gonna lie, when you pick to stick with the shepherd, you have the security. But you have the insecurity of him abandoning you anytime he wants. But if you choose to fight the wolves and become your own shepherd, you will have the insecurity of going through the trials and tribulations. But let me tell you, that will only last for like a year at most. By that point you will be making like several thousands of dollars per month, your physique will look way nicer than it is now, your focus, your willpower, your discipline, your productivity will improve drastically, your relationships with the people around you will improve like no tomorrow, you will literally become a new human every single year, as long as you continue to improve and expand in your purpose layer. And I think that for you, the choice is obvious. Once again, join our Discord server in the description and become part of the clan, so you can grow with us and leave the 99% of people in the dust, where they belong. Fucking crabs, bro. You can subscribe if you like the video and other stuff like that, which helps the algorithm. You can comment on which part of the video you liked the most and which part of the video you will implement. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. And remember, no one is better at being you.